Hola amigos, howdy do, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, but I'm back. I gotta be really quick though because I'm about to head out here in a few minutes. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend because anyway, so with that being said, I wanted to talk about two games that are very close and near and dear to my heart. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 as well as SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Two of my favorite games that I still enjoy playing to this day. Now, I was thinking about buying the original SVR, the original SmackDown vs. Raw, but the problem is, oh good lord, the process of unlocking everything is a nightmare. You have to do the challenge mode, you have to do the season mode to get money, and not to mention the roster is the roster is a bit disappointing. Okay, it's a lot disappointing. There are a lot of wrestlers that should have been there were a lot of wrestlers that should have been on the roster, but they were cut. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Like, for example, I felt like they could have put Stone Cold in the game, but they didn't. They put The Rock, but not Steve Austin. That sucks. But anyway, he's in both of these games. So, but honestly, I have a much better history with these two games. These games I hold very near and dear to my heart. So, kicking things off, SmackDown vs. Raw '06. You got two of the best guys on the cover. You have Batista, you have John Cena. There you go. PlayStation 2. I actually bought this, thankfully. Oh, by the way, I want to send a quick shout out to my best friend, my compadre, mi hermano, Brian X64. I was actually with him. We had gone to Game Over to look at some old games, and this game popped up. And let's take a look at the back. I was kind of skeptical to buy it because usually when you buy used games, you do run the risk of getting them, especially with these kind of games like PlayStation 2 and all that stuff. The disc may be scratched, it may be warped, there may be some damage. Luckily, I mean, there is a bit of wear on this disc, but thankfully it plays fine. The loading screens load up just fine. The videos play fine. There's no skippage. There's nothing. There's no shit like that. But anyway, game's rated T for teen. As far as new match types, you get the Buried Alive match, which is pretty much just a casket match. Let's be honest. And then we also get Fulfill Your Fantasy, which there is a challenge tied to that match where you have to spank. So, and that's the whole conceit of the game. You have to spank or take your opponent's clothes off. It involves the women of the roster, and you have three different outfits to choose: schoolgirl, nurse, or French maid. And like I said, it's only exclusive to the Divas. And the way the match works, it's a ring surrounded by a bed and pillows. And yeah, it's pretty weird, you know, looking back. I was afraid my mom would barge in on me while I'm playing the game. Seeing a bunch of women in their bra and panties. That's funny. But this is a fun game, you know, a really fun game. And definitely, you know, and of course, the real addition of this game that everybody seems to love is the general manager mode. I always had trouble trying to get the damn trophy. What I did was I ended up getting a second controller, and I would pretty much sabotage the other show and pretty much get my show where it needs to be so I could get the trophy of the general manager of the year. It's cheating, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do because the computer can be very aggressive. And what's cool about this game, you can actually adjust the sliders of the AI. You can have the AI behave any way how you want it. You can have it go in a reversal fest, or you can just have it stand there and take your punishment. But anyway, this game here is the one that I'm very, very grateful for. Every year I would get these games for Christmas, and I would see the commercial for this one, and I was just anticipating. And as you can see, there's Triple H front and center. You got Tori Wilson. There's John Cena. Then you got Rey Mysterio. And then you got Batista. So it's a pretty good game. The roster in the previous game was pretty good. You had debuting characters like Snitsky. Who else? Orlando Jordan. I don't know if Orlando Jordan was in any other game. Maybe he was in Day of Reckoning 2. I just don't remember because I never played that game. I was always used to the PlayStation 2 games. But anyway, this is the thing with this game that I kind of don't like. As you can see, these screenshots are from the Xbox 360. So that is a bit of a letdown. They could have taken some other screenshots for the PlayStation 2, but it's neither here nor there. It's just a minor nitpick. Um, there are some pretty cool additions to this game as well. Like you do get your and I forgot to mention this in the last game. In this game, as well as this one, you have your own customizable locker room. So yeah. So of course, in this game, you get the return of GM mode. You get um, some pretty cool other additions. Like for example, you get to uh, trying to think here. You do get some more options for the GM mode, but again, I don't spend too much time there. Like I said, I just hook up a second controller and sabotage the other show. Um, but as far as like new additions, the same matches are there. Buried alive. You also get special referee. The only match that was taken out, I think there were a few matches taken out if I'm not mistaken, but the one that people probably don't miss is the fulfill your fantasy. Because really, I mean, I was always scared my mom would walk in on me while I'm playing fulfill your fantasy. But this game is really fun. It's pretty much like it's a roster upgrade, but it's still a fun game. It's still a lot of fun to be had. The characters, the new additions you get. You get new additions. Let me think here. Oh, you get Super Crazy. You get Psychosis. You get the return of Viscera, who had been absent for a while. You also get, for the first time playable in a game since ECW Anarchy Rules, you get Dusty Rhodes to play as. And since his tragic passing, Eddie Guerrero became a legend in this game. And this will be the last game to feature Kurt Angle, at least for a while. And this would be the last game to ever feature that jackass, that murdering bastard known as Chris Benoit. Fuck that guy. I always kick his ass every chance I get. There is a creepy coincidence in the story mode, by the way, where Undertaker tells him, if you insist on making this mistake, then your grieving family will have no one to blame but you when the inevitable occurs. I thought that was a pretty creepy coincidence. But I really wish there was a way I could showcase gameplay. Like, I seen this one YouTuber, I'm actually subscribed to him, Wrestling Gifts. He does a really good job he's got reviews of these games on his channel, so go check him out. He does a really good job, and again, keep up the good work, buddy. Anyway, like I said, I'm trying to make this video pretty quick because I'm about to head out here in a little bit. But these games are very special. If I got stuck trying to remember what new additions that were added, I apologize. It's just that, sometimes they take stuff out and they put stuff in. Thankfully they brought back the ability to put championships on the line in both of these games. And it's really fun going back. Like I said, I have SVR 07 in the PS2 right now, and I might play this one when I get back or at some point in the future. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe Labor Day. As always, much love to everybody and God bless. And I shall see y'all whenever I make another video. As always, like I say, much love and God bless. Stay safe. Let's love one another. And see you next time. Adios, amigos.